everybody, and welcome. Firstly, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing to study with us at Shaw Academy. Second. So I'm delighted to welcome you all here in this course in Lightroom. So welcome to your live webinar. Excuse me. I'm stumbling already. You're all on mute, so you can only hear my voice, and you have file. Excuse me one moment. So if you joined us on a 30-day trial, you are a temporary member. What Shaw Academy is all about. It is an incredible opportunity to reap the benefits of online learning. Chat box, just bear with me one moment. I shall broadcast it to all of you. The winner of a very exciting competition. One of you lucky students will get your hands on a 12-month premium membership of the Shaw Academy absolutely free. So who's excited about that? Lots of yeses streaming in there. Excellent. Everyone seems very excited. So all you have to do is attend lesson 2 and 3 live. And we'll be drawing a winner from all the live attendees during lesson 3. That's too easy. It's too easy. So who wants to win unlimited access to all our foundation and advanced courses, including our flagship advanced photography course? Attending live is an interactive and fun, engaging way to learn. Our live attendees have far more higher completion rate than right now. I do have a little gift for you. Of course, our premium members get the entire toolkit absolutely free. But as a welcome gift to all our students, you're going to receive the first 3 parts of the toolkit for free just by attending live. And I'll talk more about the toolkits at the end of the lesson. Okay. So yes, you are really great. And you picked a new skill that you want, you showed up, and you're getting ahead. So well done to you. And we want to reward you and give the most engaged, most serious students, that's you, that's here now, even more great content, even more great support, and even more skills. And we just generally want to reward you for being great. So how does that sound? Who wants to be rewarded for being great? Just type yes if you want to be rewarded. Excellent, lots of people getting very excited there. So during each lesson we're going to make a post on Facebook and we're going to ask you if you'd share it with your friends and your family on Facebook. So all you have to do is like and share the post provided. And if we get enough likes and shares, we will reward all you guys with free bonus materials. This could be tips and tricks and hacks and shortcuts and most frequently asked questions and much more. And your friends will get 1 course for free. And this is really brilliant and a huge part of how we grow as we receive huge amounts of referrals. So everyone here is going to win. And the larger we grow, the more education we're going to give you and the better service. Plus, your friends are going to be delighted with their free skills, courtesy of your recommendation. We'll keep this post up from tonight up until your next lesson. And provided we get enough likes and shares during our share it, we will reward you. I'm gonna get it up myself now as well.
Photography.
So we can have a quick look.
Lightroom.
I like it myself. Excellent.
Dapat na yun, na. Mag-start ka kuan na sa kuan. Study ng camera.
That's all you have to do. I'm gonna refresh the page. Oh, look, it's
pwede na ni mo kuan dito ba?
shooting up now. 430. Right, so all that madness is behind us. Let's get back to Lightroom. Okay. So this course is divided up into 8 lessons.
yung charger niya.
There's brushes and great gradient filters.
Ano yung charger hand? Sa laptop.
Lesson
Until they're not live.
4 are going to be looking at the world of color and black and white. Learn how to use Lightroom as an efficient editing tool that it is. So then we go into week 4, and then we go into lesson 7, which is one of my favorites. We're going to go into book design, which is something I am extremely fond about, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you as well. Hopefully you're going to a lot of you are here very keen to get on to the HDR, but we're going to have to wait until lesson 8. So at the end of the lives of others around you. So each of you have taken the first steps towards achieving your objectives, and by showing up today, you're taking control and you're on your path to success. So how you achieve your success is simple. You keep showing up for live lessons. So we're here now. I'm going to just mute you guys for 1 second, and I'm going to open up the Lightroom interface, and we'll dive into it, okay?
Bye.
Okay, so can everybody see my Lightroom interface? Just type in yes if you can see that there. Excellent, right, lots of yeses coming in there, so I'm gonna get moving on. So, today we're gonna look at 2 things in Lightroom. We're gonna look at importing our files into Lightroom, and we're gonna look at how we can organize them once they're there. So, I'm just gonna draw your attention. Can everybody see my cursor? Yes, okay, lots of yeses. So here we are. So if you just follow my cursor, if you look over here on the top right-hand corner, we have library. That's highlighted there. So that's indicating that we are in the library module. You can see here beside it, we've got the develop module. I'll just click in there. We can have a quick look at it. Just while it. You can see it's changed quite a bit. Now I'm going to be covering this in lesson 2, so we're not going to worry too much about it now. So I'm just going to click back into library. We also have map, book. Book we're going to be covering, like I said, in lesson 7. Previews. If we go over here, we have our information panel, and this is where we're going to see our histogram, our keywordings, our metadata, and so on. And then down below we have what's called the film strip, and this is going to be another way we can look at our photographs or our previews. So does everyone get that? Excellent. Okay, so let's move on. So just before I do import, I just want to be clear that when we do import into Lightroom, the photos are not going to be stored in Lightroom. What we're going to see are just previews. So does everyone understand that? Lots of yeses. There's one not right now, but hopefully you will soon enough as we progress. It's a lot to be confronted with at the start, but once the lesson goes on, it will start making sense to you, okay? So, as you can see here, we're prompted to click the import button to begin. So I'm going to do just that. So if you just draw your attention down here on the bottom left-hand corner, we have the import button. So we can click on this, or alternatively, we can go up to File, click on the drop-down menu, and we can see here as well. Does everybody see that? Import photos and videos. So, but Lightroom's all about efficiency, and as you can see, the window has changed. Does everybody see the difference? Excellent. So, Lightroom will automatically go to any external source that's plugged into your computer. And that's exactly what's happened here. So I've got a memory key plugged into my eDrive. So this has brought up all the photographs that are on my memory key. But I'm sure a lot of us starting here, who already has all their photographs organized on their computer's hard drive? Yeah. Lots of yeses there. So that's the best way to start. So we can see here this area is called the source. So this is where it's going to import the photographs from. So we're not going to import here from the eDrive just yet. We're going to start with the files I have on my computer already. So they're all here in Windows C. So I'm just going to click this little triangle and drop down that window. I know I've got everything here down to users. You're going to have to excuse the mess. A lot of us, a few different educators use these computers. So I know I've got all my photographs down here. So here's my folder. It's Lightroom Shaw Gary. So I can just click down this again, and we can see all the folders that are contained in this larger folder. So does everyone see that? I'll just click here now, and we can see everything changes. So I'm highlighted here on this folder. This folder is called a master folder, and then all the folders inside are called subfolders. So does everyone understand that? So by clicking on this folder, I can see everything that's contained in the subfolders. I can click on each individual folder and then just see what's in that folder. So I'll just flick through a few of these, as you can see. And then you can see once I click here again, we can see everything's visible to us. Okay. The reason why that's all visible to us is because I have include subfolders checked up here. So all I have to do is just uncheck that, and now I can only see this one file, which is it's just floating in this folder on itself. But everything else, it has disappeared. So, but all the photographs are still there. I just need to click into each individual subfolder. Does everyone get that? Excellent. Okay, so I prefer to see everything all at once, so I'm just going to go back up here and I click on include subfolders. So we're currently viewing our photographs here in grid view, and we can see this option here, and we can see their grid view, and we see, does everybody see these little ticks? I can click these off. And you see how they're getting just a little bit darker. The greys around her. It's like there's no light behind it anymore. So by clicking these off, I'm telling Lightroom that I do not want to import these into my I don't want to import them into Lightroom. So I can just click like that, or I can click them all off. I can also go here. For this case, I want to import everything, so I'm going to click all photos here just to click them all back on. I can click that just to click them all off again, and then go individually if I like. But like I said, I just click here, all photos. So as I said, we're down here, and we can see here that we are on the grid view. And as I hover over it, you can see there the little window telling me grid view, and the G there beside it is the shortcut, G, just the letter G on the keyboard. Beside it we have loop view, so I can just click on this, or shortcut E, as you can see. And this just gives me a closer look at each individual image. Now I can just click left or right arrows on my keyboard, and I can flick through the photographs just like that. I also have the option to uncheck them for import as well, so I can just do that or that. I can also zoom in and out of the photograph as I wish. Is there somebody? No, not that there's somebody in the window. But when it comes to importing, I do prefer to work in the grid view. I like to see everything there that's in front of me. I don't need to get too close because I'm not doing any sort of edit. If I do wish to get a closer look in the grid, I do have this slider here that's thumbnails, and here I can choose, just make the thumbnails a little bigger. If I want to get a closer look at it, or just want to see everything together, I can just make it smaller and squeeze as much into that window as I can. So is everyone there? Everyone with me so far? Excellent. Okay, lots of yeses there. Excellent. Good stuff. Good. Excellent. So I'm happy that I want to import all these photographs here, and I'm happy with the folder structure I've already made there in my computer. So I'm just going to go down here. We have import. Just does everyone see this here on the bottom? The bottom right hand corner. Excellent. So I'm just going to go ahead. Before I do that, I just want to draw your attention up here. We've a few drop down menus here as well. We have file handling, so I can click that there. We can choose what kind of preview we build in while we're importing. So at the moment it's set on standard, and that's what I like to work with, standard preview, and that's what I recommend most of you can do as well. We do have other sizes. We have a minimal size, which will have a speedy import, but it'll take a longer time to render once everything is in Lightroom. We got embedded as well. That's, again, it's a little speedier import time, but it's a bit slower to render once everything is there. Then we've got one-to-one that comes after standard, and it takes even longer to import that. But you get a very large preview with a very small render time. Just close that back up there. We also have build smart previews. I'll be covering that later on. And we also have don't import suspected duplicates. That's just if Lightroom thinks there is a copy, it's not going to import. I'll show you a good example of that now the next time, just in a few moments after we import these ones. Add collection here as well. Again, towards the end of the lesson, I'm going to be covering collection. And again, we've got apply during import. We have some develop settings and presets, and Lightroom comes with loads of different filters and presets. Again, I'm going to be covering those in a later lesson, so this is a little ahead of us at the moment, so we won't worry about it just yet. So I'm almost ready. Just before I import, I want to decide. I have to decide how I'm going to import. So we have a few options up here. If people, can everyone see that just on top of the grid there? Excellent, excellent. So at the moment we're highlighted on add, and this adds photos to catalog without moving them. Now this is what I want to use for this instance. So I've all my photographs on my computer's hard drive. and that's where I want to keep them. So I want to import them into Lightroom as they are. So I'm just I'll use add in this instance. The other options we have here are move. So you can see now, I just click down, we can see the description here. We move photos to a new location and add to catalog. I'm not, like I said, I'm happy with where they are. I'm not interested in moving them. We also have copy, and this will copy photos to a new location and add to catalog. I will be covering this once I start importing from that memory key I mentioned earlier on. And then we've copy to DNG, which is the same as copy, but it's going to convert the file to a DNG. Now a DNG it's a universal RAW file that's been created by Adobe, which will work on I think every platform actually, but I'm not going to worry about that in this lesson. So like I said, we're currently going with the files that are on my computer, so I'm just going to highlight add there, click that on. I'm happy with everything there now, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit import. So we can see there, look, they're already been added into the catalog, and we can see the status bar moving across now. And if I just click down here, we can see that the catalog, we see all photos, 193 photos there now. So we've got photographs in our catalog. If we look up here as well, we can see now that Lightroom is building the standard previews. We can go down here, I'll just click this into folders, and now we can see that the Windows drive has appeared in the folders. Does everyone see this? Some comments coming in there on some of the photographs, and if I just click here on the folders on the Lightroom Shaw Gary, we can see now that the folder structure has been maintained and everything's there in each folder. And I can click here and I can see everything that's in the masters folder. So does everyone get that now? Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so we can see that Lightroom is still working away, but like we can still, that doesn't stop us. We can still carry on, and while that's doing stuff there in the background. So I'm going to close up catalog and I'll close up folder just to make it a little tidier. And now we can see here now everything's populated in this area that was empty. And now we can see here as well, we've got the photographs there in our film strip, and I can just use that. You can see now they're just moving across. I'm just clicking on that slider there. Again, similar to thumbnail setting as well. It's similar to the import window. We can increase and decrease the thumbnails. And I can move this up and down as well. Excellent. Look, I know I'm squeezing in a lot at the moment, but it's very important to get all this out of the way first, because it's essential that you've got the structure and everything else in Lightroom before you get to work. So I'm going to go back to import. So I'll just click here now. And this time now I want to import from my E drive, so my memory key. So like I said, Lightroom will automatically open up the key. So here we go. We can see the photographs here now. I'll just make the thumbnail just a little bit smaller so we can see what's going on. So does everyone see this? Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, so some of you, as people noticed, these are a bit grayed out. So this is the I'll just close that up and I shall show you this now. So the reason why these photographs are grayed out is because of this option here, don't import suspected duplicates. So these have apparently already been imported in my previous import. So, and Lightroom has it's recognizing the file name, so it's telling me that these are already in the catalog. So this is a very easy, handy tool, because we don't want to have copies or doubles in our catalog. We just want everything. Everybody just wants everything to be as tidy as possible. And we don't need to worry about, like, oh, is there a copy of this here anymore? Lightroom's going to look after that for us. So I'm just going to show you the difference now. I just click this off, and the don't import suspected duplicates. Just click that off. And now you can see they're all opened up. They're all brighter now. There's ticks on them here. I can float across them. I can click them on and off. Oh, went into loop mode by accident. Mode even. So I click that back on. So at this state now, they're ready to import into Lightroom, but I already know now that there's duplicates, so we just click that off. So like I said, we also, now that we're on the external source, we want to use the copy option. So I'm going to click copy here. And you may have noticed as well that we have a few extra options here. So we have a file naming option that wasn't available to us in add. And we also have a destination. So I'm just going to start here on the file renaming. So this is clicked up to file rename. If I don't want a real name, I can just click it off. But for the sake of this lesson, I do. So I click here. And all the photographs that are going to be imported, so these have all been shot in China a very long time ago. So I'm going to, I will change the name. So we have a few options here on the drop down. So we have a few, like we've custom name with original file numbers, sequence, just name, dates, like there's loads. So whatever you like to do, we can also edit and create your own custom renaming thing. But I'm just going to go here with custom name and sequence. So I just click there. We can see now the template, the options there. So we can see now we have custom text, and I just click here. Does everybody see this? Excellent. So I just click there, and yeah, originally I'm not very original when it comes to naming, and it's probably I'm very ill when it comes to having things organized. I like my names just straightforward, so I'm just going to simply call this China. And so, as you remember, I have custom name and sequence. So we can see down here, start number is 1. So yeah, I'm happy with that. We can see then the example, it's just going to be China 1, and then it's going to be numbered in sequence. So yeah, I'm happy with that renaming. So I'll just tidy this up and close up that little window. So our next one is our destination. So I'm gonna just click that down now, and we can see our folder structure here. So that's the folder I have all my photographs in, Lightroom Shot Gallery. So that's where I want to import these photos from my memory key. So I just click that there. If I just click that down, we can see, and the structure's all there. So when I move all this, when I move these photos, when I import them into Lightroom, the photos aren't going into Lightroom, but the previews will be there. But Lightroom will also kindly direct our photographs from the memory key to the folder that's on our computer. Okay. So I want to put it in this folder. I want to make a subfolder within that folder. So I just click this little box up here on the top into subfolder. I click that. I can name that subfolder now, and just to match the photographs that are going in there, I'm going to call the folder China to save any confusion even, excuse me. And as you can see, the China folder has appeared. This little plus here is telling me that that's the subfolder that they are going to go into. Can everyone see that? To answer your question, Nakia, this is not pre-recorded. I'm speaking to you live from Dublin. So yes, lots of yeses there coming. So everyone can see this folder. So yeah, I'm happy with everything there. These grayed out images are duplicates, so they're not going to be imported. I want to copy the photographs from my external source over into my Lightroom Shaw Gallery folder into my China folder. So I'm happy with that. Is everyone ready to proceed? Excellent. Okay, so same again. I just go ahead and I hit import. And there we go. We're starting to import again. We can see the little status bar working away there. I can click catalog. We can see now we've got more photos in here and all our photos. The current import, this is the current import here. It's telling me 25 photographs. I click here. We can now see our China folder in our folder. Excellent. I love Lightroom. So I know I'm squeezing. I hope I'm not rushing or going too fast for everyone, but like there is a lot of information to squeeze into this lesson. Oh, unsupported. I don't need that, so I can just click OK. And did anyone see that little pop-up window there? You can also set Lightroom to automatically eject your memory key, which is very handy because if you're like me and you always forget to disconnect it safely and just plug it out, I'm forever doing it. I'm a nightmare. So yeah. So that's it. So again, look, it's just building up the smart previews. And we can see now the structure folder there is all nice and tidy and maintained. So that's our import out of the way, and we have everything here in front of us. So it's all about organization from this stage now. So while we have everything populated, we can really get a good look at what Lightroom looks like. So as you can see here, this is our grid mode. And then down here we've got our film strip. Just another way, like I said, to view our photographs. And again, we can slide them there. We can make this a little bit bigger if you want to get a closer look. You just click and drag there. And you can click on the photographs, and you can also use the arrow key to flick in and out. Does everyone see that? Excellent. I'll just minimize that just so we get a better look at our grid and our other panels. I'm just going to have a quick drink of water, so I'm going to mute myself for one moment, so please bear with me. Oh, excuse me. Thank you for your patience there. It gets very warm. I'm in a very small, I like to call it my teaching pod. It's a very confined space, and the computers make it very warm. Man, sure, you're drinking coffee. It's too hot in here for me to be drinking coffee, I'm afraid. So I'm going to move swiftly along onto the rest of the lesson. So I've covered the grid and I've covered the film strip there, and we can look over here. We can see our folders. I can just click that off, and we have our collections here. I will be covering those shortly. If we go over here, we can click these down. We've got some information there with the histogram. Again, I'm going to be covering that in our next lesson, so we're not going to worry about it now. Again, we have our keywords, our metadata. If we go down here, we have our toolbar. Is everyone's toolbar visible? Can everyone see this? Okay, lots of yeses. If that's not there in your Lightroom, just simply hit the letter T on your keyboard. I'm gonna do it now, just myself, and you can see I've hit T and it's disappeared. And all you need to do is just hit T again and it reappears. Excellent. So again, we have the grid view. Again, the shortcut's G. We have the loop view for a closer look. We have our compare view, which I just click here and I can just compare two photographs together. So if it kind of works better if I have two similar here's a good example here. If I just go there and that's not working, I'm going to click out of it and then I click into it and then I click compare. No, it still doesn't want to work for me. Bear with me one moment. Technical difficulties. Here we go. Issues with working live, hey? So I click that. I click compare. So if I have two similar photographs, this is a good screen to look at them. So if they're too similar, like I said, if they're similar photographs, I want to see which one has better quality. If one is sharper than the other, or if one has more noise than the other, I can compare the two of them and click around. And as you can see, if I'll just do that again. So when I hover over the photograph, you can see that now my cursor has turned into a magnifying glass. So I just, if I click on that, it zooms into the two of them, and now it turns into a hand, so I can just click and drag anywhere along the photograph. And each photograph will move according to the other one. And that's happening because this little lock here, the link focus, is clicked on. I can unlock that and I can move freely and the other one doesn't move, and I just click that and then they move together. I can also zoom them in and out here and zoom in and out together. We also have a survey view. I'm going to go back to grid just to give you a good example of how to use the survey view. So I'm just going to pick some photographs here. I just click and that highlights the photograph and I pick it. Now I'm going to hold on to control, click, and that way I can click multiple photographs. So I'll just click a few here. Okay, and one more. Voila. So I'll go back to survey view, and you can see I'm hovering over there, and the shortcut is N. I click onto survey view, and you can see now I've got all these photographs here together. So the reason I'd use survey, and I think the reason why most photographers would probably use survey, is if you want to put like a series of photographs together and you're kind of looking to see what works within the series and what doesn't work within the series, it's kind of a good way to just make a selection and just get all the photographs together. So I want to have a better look at these here. So we can move these tabs in Lightroom. So when I hover over this, can everyone see this little arrow pointing outside of the screen? Yeah, so if I just click that, see that? It just brings the panel in and out. We can do it over here as well. Alternatively, we can just press tab on the keyboard, and that gets rid of the two of them together. And then just tap it again and it comes back. If I want to just remove all these sections, I just press shift tab, and see that? I've got so much more space now. So still, I could see them better. So there's another nice little trick in Lightroom. So I'm going to press the L key on my keyboard. See that? There's no more distractions. The photographs are just kind of popping out a bit. So it's just dulled the background just ever so slightly. And I can press L again, and it just completely backs out the background. So I've no distractions. All I can see now are my photographs. So and now you can see as I hover over the photograph that they X. Does everyone see this X here in the bottom right hand corner? So if I was to click that X, I just remove the photograph from the survey view. I'm not deleting the photograph or anything, it's just going to be removed from the survey view. So I'm just gonna make a quick selection, just see what works here as a series, and well, this color one just does not fit anyway, so that's gonna go straight away. Okay, so lines, I see, and yeah, the landscapes maybe aren't working too well, so I'll just get rid of these. Okay. This is a bit too naturey. Maybe if I had more similar to these two, they'd work. So I'll definitely get rid of this. So it's starting to take shape. The main theme here at the moment I see is lines. We've got lines here, but we've got a bit of wildness, so I'm gonna just cut that out. And this guy I like his face, but he's not really fitting in, so I'll just cut that down. So we've got, this is working for me a little better. We've got some dramatic lines here. I prefer if that lamppost wasn't there, but it's for argument's sake, and this is just an example of why you'd use survey. I'm happy with these three images. So if, like I said, if I'm putting a series together, whether it's to put them in a book or maybe an exhibition, hang them on the wall or something, this is a good way to just see what works and what doesn't work together in a series. So I want to go back to the module, so I just press L again and the lights come back on, and I go Shift Tab and my panels are back. So just click back onto Grid, and that's our view options there. So our survey option, our loop, and grid, and compare. Also, with the survey as well, just to tidy things up, once you have those selected, you might want to add those to a collection. Now, I'm going to cover those now shortly. So, but just it's good to keep that in mind. That's a good step to go from survey, and then just as you can see, the three photographs are still selected. Then I can just simply add them to a collection. Okay, so is everyone still with me? Has everyone got that? Excellent. And look, I know I'm squeezing. This is a packed lesson and it's a lot to take in, so I do recommend to just pay attention now, and just so that you're familiar with everything, and then go over the recordings, and then that way you can go step by step, and you can have the recordings going alongside you working in Lightroom yourself, and then you're free to pause each step at your own pace. But it's good just to stick with me now, and just so you're familiar with it the second time round. Okay? Does everyone get that? Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go back to our folders over here. So as you can see, we've got the folders, and this is my Windows Drive. So I'm going to click this, and we get all our folders here again. And I'm going to show you how to move images from folders and rename folders, and just general how to reorganize stuff within Lightroom. So I'm going to go to, so we have this Dancer Studio, and we can see here as well we've got Studio. So I don't think I need two Studio folders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the photographs that are in the Dancer Studio into the Studio folder. So all I have to do, I can click all these photographs. So there's a number of ways to select all the photographs. I can either just hold down a Control and click all of them as I wish. I can just click one of them and press Control A on my keyboard. That also selects them all. But if there's photographs in the folder that you don't want to collect, you can just zone them out by but everything, we want everything here, so it doesn't matter. But we can also press click here, and we can shift click at the last one, and that also selects them. So I've got all my photographs selected. all I have to simply do now is click here inside the thumbnail, not inside the frame. That won't work. So we need to click inside, click and hold, and then just drag it into Studio. Now this window is coming up, asking me, or prompting me, telling me that this will cause the corresponding files on the disk to move. So if I proceed, neither this move or any change you've made prior to this will be undone, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. So what that's telling me is I'm not just moving these photographs in Lightroom, I'm also moving them on my hard drive. And I'm absolutely fine with that. That's exactly what I want. So I just click move, and there you go. All those photographs have now moved into my Studio. So everything's in there together, but I still want to kind of to keep these, like I want them in the Studio folder, but I do want to keep them separate. So I can simply just create a subfolder in my Studio folder. And again, like there's like the same with the import, the same with selecting all the photographs. There's not one way to do it. We have few options to do this. So I can either, we can go the long way and click File, and we can create a new folder in there, or we can just go into Studio. We can right click on Studio, and we can see we can see now there's the option there to create folder inside Studio. Or option C, I'll just drop that down again. Does everybody see this plus sign just here? And you can see when I hover over it, it says create new, I'll just create new folder. Everyone see that? Excellent. So I'm just going to click here, and we see we have a few different options. I want to add folder, so I click that folder, and now we can put our name on it. So I'm going to name this Dancer. We also have the option to include selected photographs. So if I was a little bit smarter, I would have made my selection. It would have made things a lot faster. I could have, and then just press include selected photos and then hit create, and it'll just automatically put those photographs into that folder. But sadly, I did not do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and create, and I just have to do it manually. So we can see now, if you just look here at the Studio folder again, we can see that this little triangle, it has gotten a little darker, so that's telling me that the subfolder's in there. So I just click, and we can see now that the Dancer folder is in there, and it's grayed out, and that's telling me that it's empty. And you can see here as well, like the Dancer Studio here is empty. So I click in there and see nothing's in there. So I go there, and I make my selection. I click this one. Can anyone tell me what I have to press to on my keyboard while I click the last one to select the images in between? Can anyone tell me what I should press on my keyboard? Shift. Yes, lots of shifts coming in there. So just tap Shift. There we go. That's my selection. Again, I simply click and drag those, and you can see how it's all stacked there. That's telling me all those photographs are going together. And just release. Again, it's telling me that it's going to remove this on my hard drive. I'm happy with that, so I click move, and there we go. We can see the numbers going up, and we can still see these because we can see what's included in the subfolder. I click the subfolder, and we can just see the dancers. So that's a bit of organizing there. We still have this empty folder here. There's no need for that anymore. So again, we can just remove that simply by right click, and we can remove, or just by I keep doing that, excuse me. Or just up here, we have delete selected folder. Can everyone see that? Yes, excellent. So I just hit that. and that empty folder has disappeared. So after all that, I have decided that I want to keep this folder separate after all. So I can simply I can move folders similar to the way I move the photographs around. I can simply just click this and drag it out of the studio. I can drag it into any folder here. I can also drag it back up into my master folder, which I'm going to do just to show you the example. Again, it's telling me that it's going to move it on the hard drive. And there you go. So that's renaming, organizing and moving folders. So has everyone got all that? Excellent. Okay, so, and everything I do here is, it's doing it in the hard drive as well. But it's very important that you get into the habit of doing everything in Lightroom, and that includes moving folders, naming photographs, creating new folders. It's just get in the habit of doing it in Lightroom, because it's just going to make your life so much easier. So, and just for argument's sake, let's say I make a change outside of Lightroom. What's going to happen is I'm going to, like, the link between Lightroom and that change I've made will be broken. So what do I mean by breaking or broken links? So essentially it's going to make Lightroom very confused and very unhappy, because it won't be able to find that photograph. So I'm going to change this photograph outside of Lightroom, just to give you an example. So I'm going to right click on this photograph, and I want to open this in my Explorer. So up here I've got Show in Explorer. If you're using Mac, it's going to be Show in Finder. So is everyone with me on this? Everyone sees this? Excellent. So I just click here and just drag in my Finder. This is the photograph. It's named, again, very original name in there, Cat Bed. Okay. So I'm going to change the name of this photograph outside of Lightroom. Okay. So I'm just going to call it Cat. So I'm going to delete that there. That's that done. Okay. Just get this out of the way. Don't need that anymore. Now go back to the photograph. So we're here in grid view. Here's the photograph here. I'm just going to enlarge the thumbnail so you can see it a little bit better. So there's a lovely cat looking a bit sleepy. But if I just draw your attention up here on the top right hand corner of this thumbnail, does everyone see this exclamation mark? Everyone see that? Excellent. Yes, lots of yeses. So I hover over this, and now I'm getting a little prompt saying that photo is missing. So this is telling me that the link between this photograph, the hard drive, the link between that and Lightroom has been broken. So Lightroom cannot find this photograph. And this is easily remedied. So I just click here on the exclamation mark, and we get this little window popping up. And we can see here, Cat Bed could not be used because the original file could not be found. Would you like to locate it? And I would. I'd love to locate it. And Lightroom is very helpful and it's very clever. And we can see down here the previous location. So this is, and like it's just giving me like the folder information there, and like this is telling me the last place that Lightroom had contact with this photograph. So when I click locate, we get this little window, and Lightroom will bring me to the folder, to the last folder it had contact with that photograph. Is everyone with me on that? Excellent. So, but if you moved the folder, it might be a little trickier. So that's why I can't emphasize enough. Just please get into the habit of doing everything, moving files, renaming files. Please do it in Lightroom. Okay. So I know I've changed the file name to cat, so I know this is it. I just click that. I press select. You get a new window. The file you selected, cat JPEG, has a different name than the one you were trying to locate. Are you sure this is the correct file? And I am very sure. And we can see here it's telling me what the original file name was. Again, I know I have a short memory, but it's not that short, so I know I've changed it. So I'm going to click confirm. I just click here. And we can see now, if you just look at the top right hand corner again of this thumbnail, we can see now that the exclamation mark has disappeared. The bond, the connect between Lightroom and the photograph has been renewed. You can find it. I can work away on this image now through Lightroom, no trouble at all. And the same goes with folders as well. If you move a folder or change the name of a folder outside of Lightroom, you're going to get like a question mark or an exclamation mark. And again, it's the same motions. You just right click and you just locate. You may have an option. You may also get the window to synchronize. We can hear there you go. You can see it there. So there's synchronize. In case, okay, so maybe if you didn't move a folder, or you didn't remove a folder, but let's say you added a photograph into a folder outside of Lightroom. Lightroom's not going to pick it up automatically, and you won't know if anything's broken because Lightroom never had the connection with it in the first place. So if in case you did that, or if you think you've done that, just click synchronize, and we can see here everything's in order there. But if you had like one or two photographs here, it'll tell you you'll have a number in those brackets, and you can just choose to add the new photograph. But we haven't done anything like that here, but it's a good tool anyway. So I'll just click out of that, click cancel. But if you have moved the folder, you can update folder location. It's the same process as the photograph. So just back up there, go back, just bring these down again in size. So okay, so has everyone got that? Excellent. I see that we're running quite tight on time now, so I'm just going to really just move swiftly on to collections. Now, collections is a very useful aspect. It's a good way to be working really fast. So when I click on to collections here, we can already see that we have smart collections. So I just click there, and we can already see that there's a few collections there. We can see there I have a lot of photos that don't have keywords. So to be precise, I have 245 photographs without keywords. We also have color red, so we can see there's nothing in there at the moment. But it's a good way to show you now what we can do. We can set color codes, we can set ratings to our photographs. So I'm going to show you ratings. So I'll just click these. We can see down here we've got stars. I can click 5-star and it adds 5-star. So just consider the ratings like your like Amazon ratings, or eBay or something like that. So 5 stars is good, 3 stars, yeah, someone said like movies. So 3 stars is good, 1 star is not so good. So if you really like a photograph, you can just 5 stars. You can do this, or you can right click it. You can see where I've lost it now. Just click on it, yeah. You can see a set rating. I can do it there, or I can just hit the number 5 on my keyboard, and you can see that there. Excellent. So you can see now the smart collection, the 5 stars now, 5 images in there, and we can see that there. Does everyone see that? The same goes with the color. I can assign a color to a photograph. Just do this. Just click that one there. Let's say red. And you can see now I've just added that to that collection. We can also make smart collections as well. We can also make just straightforward normal collections, which I'm going to show you now shortly. This is a good way to put like photographs together in a group without actually moving folders or anything like this. And like it's really good habit to get into because you're not messing around. You can have access photographs from several different folders and have them in different collections, and you can have photographs in as many collections as you like. So we also, if you just draw your attention back up here to catalog, we also have quick collections. So there's nothing there at the moment, but while I have it highlighted, I just draw your attention here. There's a little plus sign beside it, so that's telling me that that's a target collection. So what's a target collection? Well, it's again, look, it's essentially a quick collection. I can just over here. So if I hover over the photograph, we can see this little circle, and that's telling me I can add it to a quick collection. So I can just click that there, and it goes into the collection. And can you see this little thing here with the little squares? That's telling me that photograph is in a collection. But this is a bit fiddly to be trying to get to that all the time. So if you, again, to work with speed, you just select the photograph. And if you use the shortcut B on your keyboard, you add that to your collection as well. So I'm just going to go randomly, go and add those to that quick target collection. And if I go in there, we can see now these are the photographs I've selected. Then if I want to remove something from the quick collection, again, I just press B. Does everyone get that? Excellent. So if we go back down here to collections, I will show you how to create a collection. So just close up the smart collections. And I click here on the same as the folders. I just click the plus sign, create collection, and I hit that. I have a few options here. First off, name. I'm just going to call this test for the moment. I don't want to put it into a collection set, so I'm going to leave that. I don't want to include any selected photos, but I do want to do this. So we can see here now, we can set our new folder as the target collection. So I can simply just click and there. And now we can see our test collection here, and now we can see that it's a target collection. Does everyone see that? And then, if you just draw your attention to the quick collection, do you see that the target sign's not there anymore? So only one collection can be a target collection at a time. So just to save confusion when you're sending like shortcut B, you're not sending it to collections. So I'm going to just add some more photographs I want to put some stuff into my test collection. So I'm just randomly, just for example, and we can see where it indicated just add to target collection, and there we go. There are photographs in our new target collection. If I want to unset that as our target collection, I just simply go up here, it's already set, so I just go back to quick collection and just right click there, and I can set that as my target collection. So there you go, and we see that the arrow has appeared. So does everyone get that? Excellent. And who can tell me what the shortcut is to add something to a quick collection? B, yes, lots of B's going in there. You're good students, so I like you already. So that's everything. We have slightly run out of time. I apologize for that, but there was a lot to cover, and like I said, I can't recommend going over the recordings enough. So how does everyone feel after their first lesson in Lightroom? So lots of smiley faces coming in. Excellent. I'm just going to press the mute button for one moment and then I'm going to go back to my slides, so please bear with me, okay? Okay, I had a sneaky glass of water there as well. So, we've covered a lot, we've covered loads tonight. So please just watch the recordings if you were stuck in anything, and it like I said as well, it's great to have it while you have Lightroom opened up in front of you. But it's good now. I hope you're all feeling familiar with the interface and the program itself and you don't find it too scary. So what we did tonight, we looked at how to import our photographs into Lightroom, and we also looked at how to organize and maintain our folder structures through Lightroom. We looked at how to repair a broken link. We now know how to use collections and how useful they are to us. So, how does everyone feel? I hope you're very proud of yourselves. So, congratulations, you finished your first lesson. And remember to attend live so you can ask questions. And you can also reach us via email, which is support.lightroom@shawacademy.com. There it is below. Everyone see that? So, in our next lesson, we're going to be looking at the development module, and here we're going to learn how to read our histograms. We're also going to dive into the adjustment panel in development mode, and please, I do recommend to attend live. You're going to get a lot more out of it. When I have more time, I will be able to answer questions. And you will also be in with a chance to win a 12-month membership if you attend the next 2 lessons live. And just by attending tonight, you've already been entered into the draw once. So if you attend 2 more times in the next 2 lessons, you're going to have 2 more extra chances in winning that. So it's pretty good, right? So students often ask us if we require them to buy books, and the answer is no. We do provide you full toolkits which is going to support you in your learning experience. And the toolkits include starter packs, and they're all jam-packed with useful information and slides, and so you don't need to write down anything or anything like that. They also include summary notes, which, as they imply, summarise all main points of each lesson. And the toolkits will be packed with bonus videos, usually based on student demand throughout the course. So we here at the Shaw Academy feel that this is far better and far more engaging option than just telling you all to go buy books. So, and do you know what the best part is? Do you? Come on, I need to see some yeses now. Come on, yes, lots of yeses coming in there. So, all our premium members get the entire toolkit absolutely free. And for those of you on the 30-day trial, if you attend the first 3 lessons, you'll get the first 3 parts of the toolkit absolutely free. So how's that? There's Tinkley, that's a big yes there. Excellent. Cool from Emer. Excellent. So we have two options when it comes to completing the course. So if you're a premium member, you're going to get our e-diploma free, or for $19.95 you can have the hard copy. And if you want you can have both of these as well. And the $19.95, that's just simply to cover our postage and packaging. And you can see the exact design there on the screen, and they look very fancy. They'll be great in the office or at home, and your mommy will be very proud of you all. If you're not a premium member, the price is going to be $39.95 for the e-diploma and then $14.95 for the hard copy. So, and the diploma is pretty important as it'll allow companies to validate your qualifications. So, although we highly recommend live attendance, and like I said, there was a lot crammed into this one, sometimes you just can't make it. So, to make life easier, and as I mentioned before, we do have, everything is live recorded, so you can upload this video in your members area 24 hours after this lesson. So you can see this then anytime after that. An assignment is uploaded every Friday to test your knowledge. These are not graded, so feel free to take them as many times as you like. There's also the final assessment as well. Please don't forget that we are on all the social medias. We have Facebook and Snapchat, and we have videos there you can like, and you can just look at various frequently asked questions and so on. We can also interact with fellow students on our social medias as well. So make sure to like our Facebook page, add us on Snapchat even. Follow us on Twitter, so go ahead and get clicking on those now. And all of us here at the Shaw Academy have introduced ourselves on Snapchat. So it's a good way for you to follow the team and see the antics that are happening here on a daily basis. And by following us on social media, you're gonna get all these updates and all our terms and stuff like that as you go through the journey of your course. And our support team will also be on Facebook and Twitter, and so they can reach you there. We can get them at facebook.com/Shaw Academy. Okay. So don't forget to like and share our post on Facebook to win access to extra content. Will I just go ahead and have a look at the Facebook page, see what the progress was? Just click that up. There we go, refresh that. And wow, so before we had 463, I think, and now we're over 2,000. And these are all the students throughout all the courses who have just started tonight. So you're in with a good bunch of people there. I'll just get that out of the way. Click back here. So as a little challenge, you can post a photograph that you might have already applied some editing to. And if you don't have any examples, maybe send a photograph that you like, or an example that you like that you might. You can set that as a goal, and you can go this is what I want to be able to do in Lightroom. So if you do find an example like that, please feel free to send that in as well. So that's it now. So I'll go. What time are we now? We'll have a quick Q&A because I'm sure a lot of you are keen to get going. So let's see. Does anyone have any questions related to today's lesson? Collections. Do you have any other examples why you'd want to use collections? Well, I can do a very good example, and it'll make sense in the next week's lesson. But when you go into the development module, sorry, and this is Susan's question here. So if you go into the development module, the folder drop-down menu on the left-hand corner will not be visible, but you will be able to access all your collections. So when you when you go into the development module, the folder that you're in will be the only visible folder. But if you have loads of stuff organized in your collections, you're free to access all of them, even in the development module. Georgina, you're asking what's the difference between this course and the Demand Mastering Lightroom course. Well, we're no longer doing the Demand Mastering Lightroom course, and there's some difference, but not a lot. Like, the Lightroom is evolving, and like most of Creative Cloud programs now, it's an evolving course, so the updates just happen automatically. So there will be some changes in that. But other than that, this is the exact same course, only with new added features. Colin, you're asking what's the difference between Photoshop and Lightroom. Lightroom is the way I like to see it is, Lightroom is it's a digital equivalent of a darkroom. So you can process and you can color correct. You can do all the stuff you could do back in the day in a Lightroom. Obviously, you've got a lot more control and you can fine-tune things a lot easier. But with Photoshop, Photoshop is better for removing things or doing like really advanced editing and like special effects or switching colors and so on and so forth. Lightroom is your stepping stone, so it's good for processing your images and your white balance. You can clean spots and stuff in Lightroom, but if you're working with something extremely complicated, you will then progress on to Photoshop. Just click down, see any more questions. Erica, you're asking how do you get the program? Well, if you email me at support@shawacademy.com, I'll be able to send you a link, and it will direct you to Adobe. You will get a discount if you do this through us as well. So for those of you that don't already have Lightroom, please get in touch with me at support.lightroom@shawacademy.com, and I will forward you on the link. Oksana, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm so sorry if I'm not getting that right. Oksana, does Lightroom allow to improve overlighted photographs? It can. Of course, it's going to depend on how overblown the lights are. But if you've shot in RAW, you should have some detail. We will look at all this in the next lesson. Diana, you're asking, is Lightroom like adding filters to a photograph? You can add filters through Lightroom to a photograph, but there's so much more that you can do in Lightroom. And as you can see, as we progress through the lessons, like Lightroom is such a powerful tool. Doug, you're asking how do you download this lesson? The recording will be available to you 24 hours after this lesson. Jay, you're asking is RAW like with no HDR, just a plain photo? Yes, RAW is it's a digital negative, and it's going to have a lot more. I do recommend getting in the habit of shooting in RAW, because you're going to have a lot more information than you are in a JPEG. And if you're creating, if you're using software with inside your camera to create HDR, we're going to show you in lesson 8 how to do it through Lightroom, and you're going to be far happier with the results. You're going to get far more detail. Okay. Florian, you're asking, is HDR better in Lightroom or Photoshop? I think they're the same, Florian. The controls are slightly different, but I can't see any physical difference myself. Peter, you're asking what HDR is. HDR is high dynamic range. It's a way we can photograph. We can put in a selection of different photographs at different exposure rates just to get all the highlights and all the shadows. I'm not going to get too deep into it now because we have a full lesson in it. So just please be patient, Peter. Yes, Erica, the email address is support@lightroom@shawacademy.com. Okay. So, I think that's it. I think we'll call it a wrap for tonight. Congratulations, guys. It was a pleasure spending this first lesson with you. I look forward to seeing you at lesson 2 on Wednesday. Hopefully you can all make it live as well. It definitely makes my experience a lot more pleasant when I know you're all there in front of me. So, have a good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on what end of the country or the world even. And I shall chat to you all on Wednesday.